my name's Ella Beaumont and I am 25 years old. I am in a wheelchair and have been from birth. I am paralysed from the T1 to T4, which means I can't feel or move anything from my chest downwards. As I said before, I'm always in a wheelchair, so when I get up out of bed in the morning, I get straight into my chair. And I'm lucky that I live in a bungalow, so I can access everywhere in the house. I can access every room. So I usually just get up, have a shower, because I've got a wet room, so I can do it all myself, very luckily. And then I just live a normal day-to-day life like most people in my family. I go to work, travel into London by driving into London, and then I come home and make dinner to myself because we've got specially adapted equipment. We've got a lower kitchen, so I can reach all the cooker and everything, and I make dinner and then I go back to bed. So not very exciting life, but sometimes I go training as well. I play wheelchair basketball and I play wheelchair rugby, so I do keep nice and fit and active, and they are part of my daily routine quite often. So due to being paralysed from the lesions T1 to T4, which is my chest downwards, it means I don't have very much core stability, so my balance is pretty useless. I do flop around quite a lot all over the place, and so picking up things off the ground can be a challenge sometimes. You don't want to lose your balance and then fall out your chair. But it also means my left hand dexterity is affected, so I don't have as much grip in my left hand. So when picking up a glass off the side of the counter or a bottle of water or something, that can be quite challenging. So anything that requires grip with my left hand can be a challenge, and that can impact my day-to-day life. So there's a few challenges to face when being in a wheelchair, but definitely can be overcome, and I've built my hand up over the years, so it's gotten even stronger. So it's definitely a positive. Okay, so there's many challenges you face when being in a wheelchair. It's not an easy life, and even simple things like wheeling outside on the pavement, there's lots of cracks in the pavement that if your little wheels at the front of your chair get stuck in, you could easily flip your chair and fall over. So that's also quite a challenge being out and about. I personally find when I go shopping, I find the challenge of carrying all the food bags in one go, because I always carry loads of bags because I get a lot of shopping. So I have like several bags in my mouth, a few in my hands, and I'm trying to wheel along with my elbows just to get back to the car. So there is quite a few challenges you do face. And then obviously things that are up high or out your reach, trying to reach them is the real challenge. But I really believe in just asking people for help. Members of the public I find really lovely, and they are always willing to help. Just don't be afraid to ask. So yeah, I have a few little inventions that I use to help me in my everyday life. One that I use is quite major to me around the house, and it's actually a litter picker, so it helps me reach things up high, or simple things. If I can't reach my curtains to close them, then I can just use the litter picker to grab the curtains and pull them across so I can close them at night. But my biggest invention that I absolutely love, and I didn't invent it, I can't take credit for it, but my car, and it's especially adapted so I can drive it. So it's got a push and pull lever to the right of the steering wheel, which I push to brake and pull to accelerate. Very simple driving. It's an automatic car, so no gears needed. And it's my lifeline. Like, it gives me my freedom. It means I can go out, see my friends, I can go to the shops on my own. And around here, public transport is not very good, so having a car where I can go out on my own accord is perfect, and I absolutely love it, wouldn't change it. I think if I wanted anything to be invented to help me in my everyday life, I was thinking about it earlier, and I'd have a little trolley that I'd clipped onto the back of my wheelchair that wasn't big, and it was quite stylish, and I could put all my food bags in when I've been shopping, which would enable me then to wheel to the car, unload it, and I'd fold it back up and put it in the car, so it's always there when I go shopping. So I've been very sporty all of my life, and my parents were very keen to get me involved in sport from a very young age, because it allowed me to meet other disabled children who maybe had similar needs to me. So sport's been a huge part of my life. I've tried out a variety of different sports, and I'm very lucky to live so close to Stoke Mandeville, where I've grown up with a spinal injury and been able to meet other people just like me. So I've tried a lot of sports at Stoke Mandeville, including like wheelchair racing, table tennis, hand cycling, all sorts of sports. But the main ones I found are Wheelchair basketball, which I've played to a quite high level. I represented GB at under 25 level for wheelchair basketball. And then I also play wheelchair rugby as well, and I train for both of those at Stoke Mandeville Stadium with the local clubs. I absolutely love them. I love being in a team. I love being around, especially in wheelchair rugby, all the lads. It's quite fun and a lot of banter goes on. So I would really be lost without sport. So for wheelchair basketball and wheelchair rugby, I have two specialised chairs that I use when playing these games. So both chairs are specially designed so that you can go at speed and not fall out your chair. So they have got wheels that are slightly angled. So when you turn really quickly, you don't fall out. If I did that in this chair, I'd fall out to the side very easily. So very good chairs, and they're both made from really specialised metals. So wheelchair basketball chair is made from titanium and it's very light, which means I can go even faster on court. And then the wheelchair rugby chair is made from aluminium, and that is very bulky, but it protects me very much so, because there's a lot of crashing in wheelchair rugby and you don't want to injure your legs and you don't want to injure your feet if they get crushed. So it's for protection purposes, and they are very handy chairs. I wouldn't be able to play the sport without them. Okay, so it's completely pie in the sky, but for wheelchair basketball, I would totally invent a little lever on the basketball chair that would then help me jump, and so I could slam dunk it into the net. I think that'd be a lot easier, and you could jump over really tall players then, and it'd be a lot of fun.